Business aviation is a booming sector that promises a lavish experience often depicted in movies and series.
While owning your own private jet is already a privilege, the demand on the market keeps thriving and going even further. In response to the demands of the luxury clientele, aircraft manufacturers are making every effort to offer private jets that are as high performance as they are prestigious. The demands are varied and limitless, from business trips to more extravagant concerns such as concerts to the other side of the world, filming demands, a confidential diplomatic flight, quiet family travel. When money is no object, there is no room for compromise and nothing is ever too good. So dive into the world of 5-star air travel now. Leave behind the queues and put yourself in the shoes of billionaire CEOs and footballers. The most expensive jets are reserved for the richest people in the world and they offer the ultimate luxury. Many of these jets are equipped with private offices, full-size bedrooms, children's playrooms, spa places, concert halls, and many more luxury details.
If you can afford one of the most expensive private jets in the world mentioned in this article, money is not an issue for you. But if you can't, there is always the option to book a private jet and feel like a billionaire for a day. Let's have a look at some of the most expensive private jets in the world, and what makes them so special. Number 5.
The world's most modern VIP widebody, Airbus ACJ350, $326 million.
The Airbus ACJ350 costs $326 million for the aircraft alone.
The custom interior, designed by Lufthansa Technik, is extra and may hit up to an additional $500 million. This aircraft feels like a second home in the skies, where travelers can enjoy a spa on board, private offices, full-size bedrooms, children's playrooms.
As it is outlined on the Airbus website, these aircrafts offer the equivalent of several houses of floor space.
Also, it has up to 8 temperature zones and a hospital-grade filtration system. The front of the cabin is devoted to family space, with a VIP bath and bedroom, plus a lounge area and an office.
In the midsection, a guest lounge provides relaxation and comfort.
A formal dining area seats 8, and a full galley supports a range of luxury meals. 4 private guest rooms share 2 luxurious bathrooms, rounding out the most expensive private jet's experience.
Number 4.
One of the biggest private jets, Boeing 747-8 VIP, $367 million.
The Boeing 747-8 VIP is aptly nicknamed the Dreamliner. The model in question has nearly 5,000 square feet of usable space. This jet has an unknown VIP private owner, who has equipped it with a stateroom, dining room, lounges, and even an office zone. Despite its price tag, this Boeing jet is very minimalistic in design and its master bedroom puts many 5-star hotels to shame. Many rooms are multi-purpose to make the most of the 420 square meter floor space available. For instance, this private office can also double as a dinner table for 4. Towards the rear are additional seats for staff and other guests, as required. Number 3. The third most expensive private jet, Alisher Usmanov's Airbus. Airbus A34300. $500 million.
The second richest man in Russia, Alisher Usmanov bought himself an Airbus A34300. According to the Bloomberg agency, he then became the owner of the biggest private jet in Russia, which cost him more than $350 million for the plane. He spared no expense in making it his own. Unfortunately, the details of the plane are kept highly secret, but alongside what must be a lavish interior, there's reportedly a nightclub too.
Number 2.
The most expensive private jet ever made, Airbus A380.
$600 million.
The most expensive private jet ever made was a modified Airbus A380 for Saudi Prince Al Walid bin Talal Al Saud. Though the exact price is unknown, its cost is estimated at around $600 million. Interestingly enough, he sold it before even taking delivery, to an unnamed billionaire. According to JetBase, the Airbus A380 was initially purchased for $400 million, but an extra $200 million was invested in redecoration and vast rebuilding of the jet. The interior was designed by the famous interior designer Yves Duret, and he designed it according to the wishes of the prince.
The final design was a jet of 3 floors with glass-made elevators to make the floor transfers easier.
The jet also has a Turkish bath with gold-plated finishes, a built-in garage where the prince can park his diamond-encrusted Rolls-Royce, and a prayer room where the mats automatically rotate to face Mecca.
Number 1. The most expensive jet, Air Force One. It's no surprise that one of the most well-known jets on the planet is also the most expensive private jet. This is Air Force One, a highly customized Boeing 747-200B that comes with a price of $660 million to $4 billion depend on the upgrade system. Air Force One is expected to upgrade all the electrical systems to military grade and have twin backup power systems. Air Force One is the symbol of the American presidency recognized all over the world. It comes with a fully equipped medical quarter, with an operating room included, and a medical team with a doctor is always on board. A conference room. 2 food galleys that can serve 100 guests. Multiple sleeping quarters. This is all spread out over 3 decks and 4,000 square feet. Moreover, Air Force One is both physically and electronically hardened to protect the jet from an electromagnetic pulse, EMP. On top of this, it can be refueled mid-air and is always followed by 2 fighter jets. While it's the most expensive aircraft, it's also the most exclusive, and money alone won't get you a visitation on this plane. Air Force One is also expected to upgrade military communications equipment and a self-defense system, and longer range for presidential travel. Dubbed as the Flying Oval Office, the plane also has a conference room, a private quarters for the president, offices for senior staff members, a press area. According to Boeing, all those are costly and take years to develop and integrate. Franklin D. Roosevelt was the first president to fly in an aircraft while in office. The first aircraft obtained specifically for presidential travel was a Douglas Dolphin amphibian delivered in 1933, which was designated RD-2 by the U.S. Navy and based at the Naval Base at Anacostia, D.C. The Dolphin was modified with luxury upholstery for 4 passengers and a small separate sleeping compartment. The aircraft remained in service as a presidential transport from 1933 until 1939. During World War II, Roosevelt traveled on the Dixie Clipper, a Pan Am crewed Boeing 314 flying boat to the 1943 Casablanca Conference in Morocco. A flight that covered 5,500 miles or 8,890 kilometers in 3 legs. The threat from the German submarines throughout the Battle of the Atlantic made air travel the preferred method of VIP transatlantic transportation. Concerned about relying upon commercial airlines to transport the president, officials of the United States Army Air Forces, the predecessor to the U.S. Air Force, ordered the conversion of a military aircraft to accommodate the special needs of the Commander-in-Chief. The first dedicated aircraft proposed for presidential use was AC-87, a VIP transport aircraft. This aircraft was modified in 1943 for use as a presidential VIP transport. The Secret Service subsequently reconfigured a Douglas C-54 Skymaster for presidential transport duty. The VC-54C aircraft, nicknamed the Sacred Cow, included a sleeping area, radio telephone, and retractable battery-powered elevator to lift Roosevelt in his wheelchair. As modified, the VC-54C was used by President Roosevelt only once before his death, on his trip to the Yalta Conference in February 1945.